Welcome into the Players Club. Now for your host, Santana Moss, London Fletcher, and Sean Springs. Joined by special guest, cornerback Mike Sainristil.
Welcome to the Players Club. We're in the Big Bear AI Command Center studio. We are your hosts. I'm London Fletcher. Got my man Sean Springs, a.k.a. Bluefoot, and Santana Moss, a.k.a. Cowboy Killer, a.k.a. 8 to the 9, a.k.a. Giant Slayer.
Yeah.
Fellas, we got a show for y'all today.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Jayden Daniels, he's trending towards players, man. Trending toward playing this week.
Everybody feel better.
What does he bring?
I mean, you feel better.
Yeah.
It's like a safety net. Like now, you got your leader back, man, and we all agree that Marcus played great in the last 2 games.
Yes.
But it's different when you got the guy who's a starter. We come to think of the rookie of the year potential. We were thinking, at some point MVP of the league type caliber playing, and it just brings the whole morale of the organization, the community, and the city, everything up, man.
So you did something that I normally do. You say, I'm going to be the political guy and say what people want to hear. What I'm going to say is, not only does the guy in the locker room feel a little different about, they bounce a little different when he's there at quarterback, but it also puts the defenses that we going up against, we keep them at bay a little bit. I think we make them be honest with every decision they make and coverage. And I think that's what's the luxury we have when we see him on the field. Regardless of what you saw up to this point this year, man, trust me, those people are scared out of their you-know-whats to face this kid. And that's what, when you're hearing that he's healthy, he has a clean bill of health, and he's trending and playing, man, it brings the morale as a whole up, man, and just gives you that better, like I said, opportunity to go out there and be productive.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned from a defensive standpoint, we definitely – our game plan against Mark is going to be totally different. Not totally different, but there's going to be some different elements that you will have as a game plan for Jayden Daniels from how we going to stop him, especially when it comes to third down. You're going to probably have a spy.
Yeah.
You might only rush 3 and have one guy spying, or you may rush 4 and have a 5th guy as the spy guy, and that's one less guy that's in coverage, so there's more opportunities in the passing game. Yeah, but, man, JD5, just the energy, the excitement, the playmaking ability that he brings. Can't wait to see him back out on the football field. One thing about this offense that's been going great has been the run game.
The
run game has been strong. Rushed for over 200 yards against the Raiders, rushed for over 200 yards against the Giants. Had a nice rushing attack against the Falcons last week.
We're second in the league in the
Second in the league in rushing.
Yeah.
Going against the Chargers defense. They give about 111 yards rushing per game. Not terrible, but
we got to get all that.
Great.
Yeah. We need all that.
Right.
We need all that.
Yeah.
Can we go out to LA and continue to dominate and produce like we've done?
I said that because if that's what they're giving up, we need that and a little more, just to kind of, I guess, to be where we want to be at in this game. I think one of the things we all agree with that. Regardless if we're doing it in the air or on the ground, we need possessions. We need to have the ball enough to where we're saying that we have sustained these drives to keep our defense on the sideline, getting some rest, to make sure that Herbert and that offense is cold, and then we could punch it in and give ourselves a fighting chance. Because I feel like when you come into someone's backyard who's wounded a little bit, who's going to be chopping at the bits to get after us, knowing that we're wounded a little bit, they're going to try their best to mimic any and everything that they seen other teams have success with. So offensively, we got to be on our game. We have to really go out there and be effective in that area.
Looking at the Chargers, Justin Herbert, the quarterback, they got some great receiver.
Keenan Allen, Johnson.
How do we contain that passing game?
It starts with the big boys up front.
Yeah.
Last week, I think Penix had a little too much time.
Too much time, too comfortable.
Too much time.
And when you think of Herbert, athletic, strong, Josh Allen body type, athleticism. But their front, like we said, their front's banged up. Yeah. So the guys up front got to get after it. Then we can sit back. And if you win first down, you make them uncomfortable on third down.
Now, winning first down means stopping Omarion Hampton.
They were starting
running
Omarion
back.
Hampton. And it all starts with the front, though.
Yeah. You got Mikey Sainristil joining us on the show later.
Mm-hmm.
Got his first interception of the season against the Falcons last week. First turnover for the
team.
defense.
We needed
Blue, you played the nickel. You played corner. What have you seen from Mikey so far just in studying his game this season?
Well, first of all, he made an excellent play on jumping underneath the corner, and that showed that he at least understood the concept of what he was getting.
Yeah.
Another thing you see with Mikey is a smart kid like that. You know, he's in there because he knows he can make the adjustments that's needed. They were showing a lot of bunch formations last week, so he was making all the right adjustments. But what I like about his game is he can match up, even though he ain't 6'2" or 6'1". He can match up with the quicker guys. He can match up with taller guys, and he's tough enough to be in there for the run front. So I like all that aspect of his game. Like he could be an all-pro nickel type.
So we're gonna go to break, but when we come back, we actually gonna go into the film room and look at some of Mikey's biggest plays of his young career.
Welcome back to the Players Club. We got a very special guest.
Yes, sir.
You know, that's going to be joining us a little later, and Mikey Sainristil. But before we get to Mikey, we're going to look at a couple of nice plays he made throughout his career. And when I say a couple of them, because, man, he got a long career.
Yeah.
But he got some nice plays that we can talk about. Let's get into it. It's time for Fastlane, presented by Eastern Automotive Group. Any car, any way, for everyone since 1988. All right, fellas, our first play, man. This guy got a nice interception. This right here was in the playoffs, man. Huge game, huge pick, man. What do you got to say about this play he made?
Well, with the receiver split, he had no choice to be outside. But the fact that he this is a little anticipation. We call it baiting.
I was going to say that was a bait right there.
That was a little bait
the whole time.
And a lot of times they move the receiver inside the numbers, fellas, so it's hard to get the inside leverage on him. But Mikey stayed his outside leverage, squeezed it in. This is just a great play.
Yeah, no, I like the way that he stayed outside leverage and squeezed him, and then the undercut. It's been so many times that DBs get beat.
They jump it.
Or
get
give
too
up a touchdown.
Get antsy.
Give up the touchdown, and then to be able to make the interception. Don't just
be
in position.
He was a receiver.
He was a receiver.
So he's a man got hands.
But then a lot of times they say the reason you play DB because he couldn't catch. But he could catch.
Yeah.
All right, man. The second play, man, is a nice PBU pass breakup against none other than those Cowboys.
Yeah, this is if you're a teaching tape for defensive backs. You read the 3 steps, stay square. He opened up a little early, but he never gave up on the play.
But
great around the ball. His plant drive, come back, watch his hands to the ball.
See, as a receiver, I used to always fear that a guy wait for me to catch the ball and try to do it. So I would initially, even with me being extended in the air, I would bring it down to my body fast as possible because I'm thinking of a guy to come underneath me and do that. That's what you guys, you guys are taught.
Yeah,
exactly. That transition though there. That right there, like you said, he maybe opened up a little too soon, but the transition, the plant drive, he makes up for it.
No, that was phenomenal.
That right there, man, that's what you love.
All right, this third one we got coming up, man. This is another PBU against the Giants.
A lot of guys, man, when they're going on a fade ball, they panic.
Mm-hmm.
They're panic. Look how calm he is. He's in a hip. He looks back when the receiver looks back, puts his hand in his hands, and this is coaching tape,
and
man.
this is a difficult
coverage.
That's different throw slot fade. Yeah, that slot fade.
Yeah.
Different concept, difficult concept to defend that slot fade from that inside. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought up that panic thing because we saw that a lot in one of our DBs throughout the last few years, and that's something that jumped off the charts with me watching Mikey last year. I'm like, bro, this dude's just calm as all outdoors, especially being a rookie last year. He feared no one. He went out there and played ball.
In phase, look back for the ball,
that's
play
why
the ball.
He's where he's at right now. So your hats off to him having that kind of, because that's a skill to me. I feel like you can't just go out there and play nobody and just be feeling like you ain't going to panic a little bit. All right, last but not least, this one right here is the play that he made last week against the Falcons. Tremendous coverage, and then go out there and go get it. Go gadget.
I love so he's playing zone coverage. Most people on that the play action is designed to get you to bite up a little bit.
For the run.
The boot throwback. But because he does a nice job sinking in his zone coverage, understanding there's something behind him, and that's how he ends up with that interception. But this is an excellent job playing zone coverage. Most of the other plays, all the other plays were man-to-man coverage.
Yeah.
This is a great job by him playing zone coverage and falling back into that window and coming away with that interception.
And this got to be film study because this play is designed to put him in a bad position.
Yeah.
You know, this play, like if you look at the initial run fake, it's for the nickel to come up and attack because he's in the run front. For Mikey to get back and get underneath, like you said, show his verts and hands and everything. That's just a sign of like he's starting to get it. The game is starting to come to him, and I love that play for him. And you know what? I'm glad he didn't fall down. He had a little run back, man.
Yeah.
Little run back.
Now, that was a nice play.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, man, that's a wrap from the film room. When we come back, we have none other than Mike Sainristil.
Oh! Mike Sainristil! Is that picked off? It is by Mikey Sainristil!
Michigan, man, you know what I do when I come here, man. Stop playing.
Welcome back to the Players Club. As promised, we got Mikey Sainristil joining us. Mikey, we appreciate you joining us, man.
Thank y'all for having me. Appreciate y'all.
Got off the snide, man. Got your first interception of the season last week. First turnover for the team last week. Had to feel good.
Yeah, it felt great. I've been saying it the whole time in the DB room. That I was going to be the first one to catch a pick.
Oh, yeah. Called your number.
Y'all put something on it, like a dinner, like you get dinner for the first pick? Or what?
It'll go in the pot towards the rookie
All right.
dinner, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But it felt good, though. Like, just this was the first time where in practice I actually caught the same exact play, caught an interception on Friday.
Oh, wow.
And that same exact play showed up on Sunday. And, you know, interception, same exact way. Like, that was the first time in my football career that has happened to me. So it was good.
Hold on real quick to that point. The crazy thing about it is I would always say you got to get like 5 picks in practice before you get one in the game. So as you start to –
That's why you ain't getting none in the game?
No, I ain't getting none because they threw all the balls at Smooth. I was the feature guy. I was always getting the ball thrown away from him. But like, so you'll start to see more and more of that as you start to study the game and get picks in practice. That's good, man.
Yeah.
Tell me something, man. I remember last year I was talking to you about just the transition from you learning the position in college your last year, becoming a hell of a corner in college, and then transition into becoming a hell of a rookie at the position. But get an audience, get a fans kind of a sneak peek of what is it like? Because people fail to realize you're out there playing a position where, bro, you don't have a chance to kind of be weak at that. And you're steady learning, evolving. Now you're playing a whole nother position. How hard has it been this year already out the gate for you to kind of like, you played slot corner before, but you in the NFL playing now. What was that transition like saying, okay, I was outside all last year. I did that dilly and dally inside, but now I'm inside, you know, particularly, you know, this year. What has that transition been like for you?
Yeah, I'll say just, you know, you kind of got to shift your focus. I think when, you know, you're playing outside, you could play a little bit more patient. You could read things a little bit more. When you're inside, now you're part of the run game. You're part of motions. You're part of a whole lot more moving parts. And so, like, for me, naturally, like, it's a very instinctual position, which I think I'm a very instinctual player. So I kind of, like, I understand why I'm back inside now.
Yeah.
But, like, the heightened awareness that just comes with that position, like, you have to be on your keys at all times. You got to communicate to linebackers, communicate to corners, communicate to safeties. Like, it's a whole bunch of different parts that go into playing that position at a high level. And then these good, like the good quarterbacks, often they read safety rotations, but the good ones now, they starting to look at the star position. Is he outside leverage? Is he inside leverage? Like, is that cover 4, cover 2? Is it single high? So just being able to give those guys different looks as well, knowing what I'm putting on tape. And then as well, you have different bodies that go in there. You could be on a tight end, you could be on a speed guy, you could be on a quick guy, you could be on a deep shot guy. Like, you never know who you're gonna have in there. So just being ready for whatever comes my way in that position.
Yeah, and then the communication, like you said, is so important because you got to communicate with the linebackers, safeties, and everybody. How has that been? You got a young rookie corner. It was in the same position you was in last year. How's it been working with young guy? And then you got a veteran Lattimore. How's that been working with?
It's been great.
Guys?
I would say that Trey, he came in right away, just got to work. I think when, you know, you come in at that, you know, stage, the first thing you want to do is show that you're a part of the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I could catch up to speed as fast as I need to just so I could get out there and play with y'all. And now Marshawn, him being back comfortable, him feeling like himself again, just, you know, he came in during the middle of the season, so it was a little bit kind of you have to work on the football side. You also have to work on building relationships. So it's kind of tough a little bit from his side, but we've been able to see more of who he is as a person. He's gotten more comfortable with the room.
You give him good advice in the room.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? So like it's been good to have him feeling like, who he's been.
Yeah.
Right. And as you can see, he's been performing like that as well. Yeah. But like I think just having those two dynamics, we have, a whole bunch of other veterans in the room, Jay Jones, Will Harris we brought in, like just having those dynamics for us younger guys to, get the experience, the wisdom from, the older guys in the room has been huge. And it's been a big role for like myself, Trey, even Quan is it's his third year, but he's also 24, 25.
You forget you got so many young guys in the back end, man. That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
You get, as Tanner was saying, played at Michigan under Jim Harbaugh.
Mike.
Won a national championship there. He's now the head coach of the Los Angeles Chargers. What was it like going against him, and do you still keep in touch with him to this day?
Yeah, so it's funny. I'm in a group text with his parents, Jack and Jackie. We, from time to time, will send messages. They're like my grandparents. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like Coach Harbaugh, we spoke. I don't know how much we spoke this season, like this current season, but I know we texted in the off season, just hey, what's up? How you doing? Yeah. I did send him. I got a farm in my backyard. I sent him like to my chicken coop and stuff because when he was at Michigan, he had all of that going.
Yeah, that's what's up.
So just that's my guy. That'll forever be my guy. And then the rest of the staff that's there too, like the DC Coach Minner, DB coach, that was my coach, strength staff, D-line, like it's a whole bunch of Michigan.
Exactly. It's going home. You're going home in LA this week.
What was it about Harbaugh though? I mean, I hear so many stories about how he just got that it when it comes to coaching guys, and you see it already with Herbert. We was just sitting there. I mean, I can't say we, but you see the league kind of had gave up on Herbert at one point, and Harbaugh was like, man, I'm trying to get this guy into the Hall of Fame. He was so confident in knowing that what he can do with this guy. What is it about him that made everybody that he connected with just have those kind of careers or be successful at what they were doing?
I think when you have a coach that you see how they go about their business on a daily basis, someone who works hard, who puts the time and puts the effort in, it just generates through the rest of the organization. And I think that's what us as players, when I was at Michigan, we saw, like, he was in the weight room working in collar shirts and khakis every single day. Whether he had wrist brace on, whatever, like he was always putting in work. After practice, he was out there doing fourth quarter drills with us. So like when you have that, like, listen, my coach, I can't let my coach go harder than I am, and I'm the one on the field. You know what I'm saying? So like he's a tone setter. And I think that's like me being here, seeing how DQ goes about things. Like I love being able to play for DQ because I know that he puts that work in. And as a player of his, I want to make sure that I don't let him down in my process because I'm falling short.
I like hearing that.
And then you hear all the guys talking about after DQ fell and got the little notch. Everybody was like,
pop right back up.
Right?
Like we embody the anybody, anywhere, anytime, and the true BMF. Like what he says, like he lives that way.
Right.
And as a leader, you got to show for it towards who you're leading, and we all feel that.
Right. Year 2, man. The transition. What is it for you this year too? When you came into this season, obviously you had a year under your belt, had a great rookie year. What was your expectations? What you want to set for this year for yourself?
Yeah, I mean, in the off season, my goal was just to keep trending in the right direction, keep putting good stuff on tape. I want to be one of the top DBs in this league, and just what comes with that is being consistent. And doing something different than last year, because what worked last year isn't going to be enough for this year. So just finding different ways to just be better in whatever areas I need to be better.
Man, it's good, man.
You had a big offseason, man. Second baby, became a father for the second time. What's it like? Yeah, you mentioned the farm.
You got a farm, man.
You posted about a lot about the farm, and what's it like being a father, two-time father, getting engaged, and having this whole offseason that you've had off the field?
Truthfully, I think it gives you another level of like manhood,
Okay.
like / maturity. Like,
Yeah, I was gonna say because you very mature already. I told you that last year. I say, bro, you look like somebody, daddy. Not by age, by how well mannered he is, everything, how he carry himself, man. No doubt, man. Go ahead and finish, bro. My bad.
But now I've loved it. Like seeing my 2 girls, my older one Summer, how fast she's already playing that big sister role. Like she's trying to hug her, kiss her, hold her. Like there's been times she's helped me feed her a little bit, and she's only 15 months. And it's just some of the things she does is like, how do you already know how to do that?
Yeah.
That my wife will remind me is, well, it's because the way we treat her.
Bingo.
And she already knows what some of these things feel like. And you know, my wife's been great doing stuff at home, taking care of the house while I'm not home, and just being there for me, supporting what I'm doing. And I'm just trying to make sure that I know, look, I can't not be on my stuff in here because this is gonna take care of what's going on outside of here. So we have that good team right now.
Yeah. Bright future, man.
That's awesome, man.
The young man got a bright future.
Mike, you've been on here before. You know, we have all our guests autograph the football. If you wouldn't mind blessing us again with your signature, man. There you have it. That'll do it for this edition of the Players Club. We'll see you next week, same time.
Peace. Players Club was filmed at Big Bear AI Command Center Studio. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world, proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and its fans.